Hey, what's going on? It's Sunshine.
And E.
All right.
Welcome back. Excuse me. Welcome back.
Wow.
Oh, my word.
Right.
I see. We're going to head into one of my favorite gospel groups.
Yeah.
And how I learned about this group is when I met E.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I was, I don't know how I came about them, but I remember listening to them. I actually, it's funny. I drove over an hour to see them perform. And I'm a kind of person, I'd rather be an hour early than a minute late. And so I got there real early, and I got to the church, and but they were in there rehearsing, and I was outside. I didn't go inside, but I hear them rehearsing, and for some reason, it didn't sound too good. I was like, man, these guys, because I always heard the tapes that I have them or whatever. So this is the first time I was like, man, these guys been tricking me all the time. But when they got in that concert, they tore it up. But I don't know what I was hearing, but it just sounded like they weren't hitting their notes, and it sounded like they're cracking. It was just, I was sitting outside. I was like, wow, man, these guys tricked me. But awesome, regardless. They're very, very, very talented guys. They were kind of came right behind, I guess you would say, the Winans. Winans came along a little first. Then a few years later, they came along. I actually think Freddie Hammond did some backup singing for the Winans at one time. I believe someone said. But he was kind of the leader of that group, or one of the leaders in that group. And I would, me personally, I wish they would kind of get back together and do something. Seems like they would get together just to do a couple songs from time to time, But, Freddie's kind of went off the roof. He's all well known, and Keith you hear from time to time. But the other two haven't done the date. They have other guys come in the group. Marvin Sapp used to be with them. He's done well.
I think Marvin Sapp, he replaced Keith, right? Or he came in when Keith left.
See, that's funny how you say that, but really, I always thought. But when I go back and I look at it, I think Fred left first.
I don't think so.
If you look at some of the album covers, I think.
And the reason why I say that?
No. Wait. You're right. Because this song we're doing right now, no, I think they both were there. But we're going to figure that out. Because I just thought I seen the album cover where I seen when they had these two other guys who were different. Marvin Sapp was there. I don't know, man. You might be right. I was always thought Keith was the first one to leave. And then I looked later, and I thought Fred, so I was kind of mixed up. So either way, but this is a work on me, and the song was actually written by Chucky Booker. Chucky Booker, he was more of a secular writer and singer, and he had a little fame for a while. He was kind of out there, and this is during that time, so he wrote this song or co-wrote or whatever for Commission. And I guess this is live in 1994. So let's go with Commission, Work On Me. But before we get into it, do me a favor, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Also share, comment below. So come on, let's go. Question. Keith.
That is my group, Love.
Oh
Them.
yeah. And, you know, it's funny because I thought I seen this video before. Maybe I didn't see this one where it's live. Maybe they mixed it with the original video because I swore I seen the one that Chucky Booker did with them. He was in the video, and so I'm not sure. I think this is the song that he did, but I'm going to look that up. But it's funny because I was watching. And you're right when I think of because when I watched the interview with Keith Stanton, who left the group, they were doing an interview and they was talking about why he left. And he was really saying it was for personal reasons, family and all that stuff, he did all the traveling. But I had always initially thought, because if anybody follows a group, you notice that the two lead singers was usually Keith and Freddie. And they used to always do this stuff where they really high singing and whatever. And I always felt that that's kind of what Freddie wanted to do. They figured this doesn't make it so much dynamic. And the other two kind of, one guy that had the real soft voice, falsetto voice. And then you had Mitchell that did some of the other stuff, but he didn't go like they did. And I thought, after I didn't initially think that, but after I heard Keith's stuff, after he got out the group, his stuff was a lot more mellow. He didn't do all that, let me climb and see how high I can get or get way up there. He just was real mellow. I thought maybe that's more comfortable. Maybe that's why. In my mind, I thought maybe that's why he left the group. Then I seen the interview and he said because of family. So, you really don't.
Well, how I know that that Keith left first, because when we went to go see them downtown, it was my first time ever seeing them. That's when they introduced Marvin.
Oh, okay.
And that's when they came out with 7.
Commission
7.
Right.
So that's how I knew. Because Marvin, I remember him introducing Marvin as their newest member.
And it's funny, if anybody follows this group at all, I don't know if you noticed, but the guy on the keyboard was one of the ones when Marvin left. And was Marvin still there? I know Freddie left. And they had 2 other guys come in. Maybe when Marvin left too. But the one with the ponytail and play, he was one of the ones that came up from start singing. So, but they was excellent singers. I think they should have formed their own group. Them and they play. They're real talented because they play and they can sing. When they started singing with the group, I'm like, wow, those guys they can sing. So, it was a talented group. And then they came back and did something together where they did the live stuff. We got that CD. I think it's got all their stuff kind of, but all the different. They all came back. Those are one of those things. You always wonder what goes across the mind of people when you as a group when you get together and you struggle and strive and you make it and then split up.
Yeah, and Marvin has a special voice.
Oh yeah.
That even Freddie talked about too as well. So, but I think he came on. He didn't stay long.
Yeah, he came.
And I think he came in to come out. I guess maybe I don't know. But I don't know why he would have needed it. Maybe because he's standing strong on his own.
He does have a powerful voice.
Yeah, powerful voice. You can go to that down and sound good.
Yeah, and I heard him do. I hear a lot of artists do that, and he was the first one that kind of explained there's a technique to doing that when you don't tear your voice up.
Yeah.
He was the first one I ever heard say, you hear him do all this stuff. He said somebody taught him how you do that because I guess he was kind of, wow, how you do that? And they taught him how to do that without. It sound like you're tearing their voice up, their throat up.
It's like it was explained how he said he sings like a preacher talks.
Oh, okay.
And it was saying how the preacher gets that high pitch, but in
that's how you say, because you get preachers go and start preaching for an hour and they do all that hooping, hollering, and screaming. Then after that, okay, now let's get together. And the voice is perfect. It's a technique. So, all that stuff, vocal training and all that stuff, that teaches you all these different techniques. So, same thing with singing falsetto and just techniques that you learn and you perfect. But that was commissioned work on me. Y'all let us know what you think about this group. We may do some more. The only problem with doing this is they really, back at the time, they were really at their height. You can get a lot of videos. I'm surprised to get this. But they had a lot of good songs, but you wish they had videos. But you can't really.
They don't have a lot of videos?
I mean, they got a lot of videos, but it's just their album cover. They don't have a lot of videos you can like this here. But we could probably pull up some live stuff. There's a lot of stuff live on their stuff, on the music they did. So maybe we'll do that.
Yeah, I mean, because we even after Keith left, we followed Keith, got a couple of his albums after that. And then, of course, Freddie. Freddie is the one that's gone on the biggest. He started his own group,
And it's funny, there's a song that Keith Stanton does called Call on Me.
Oh, yes.
I love that song. It's one of my favorite songs. And I had a son that whenever I play that song, he'd go, play it again. And his name is Keith.
Oh my goodness!
But
I love that song.
Yeah. But that was commission. Y'all let us know what you think. We're gonna get out of here. Before we do me a favor. Please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Also share and please comment below. And I do believe that's it.
That is it. Thanks for listening to Sunshine and E.